One of the questions that I frequently hear is, how do I talk to my loved one who's just exhibiting all this rage? Maybe this has happened to you. You're at the 12-year-old's birthday party and they're yelling and screaming about something that they saw on social media. Or you're at the 4th of July picnic and they're slamming their fist on the table about something that they saw in the news. Or maybe you're even at the church potluck and they're ranting and raving about something that you're not even sure is true. What do we do when we encounter those scenarios with people that we love, maybe our friends or family? Well, the first thing to do, I think, is to recognize that this is not primarily a problem in the head, but in the heart. They're saying things that you and I maybe we think are not true, but they're yelling and screaming. And it's the yelling and screaming that tells us that this is something going on deep within the heart. There was this writer named Jonathan Haidt, and he wrote a book called The Righteous Mind, in which he talked about how it is that we bring beliefs into ourselves. One of the things he says is we're kind of like an elephant and a rider. So I want you to imagine just for a moment a big elephant, and there's a rider on top of the elephant, kind of steering the elephant. Now, in that image, who's in charge? Well, we would like to think that the rider, who has the reins, that the rider is in charge. And certainly the rider can, on occasion, steer the elephant where to go. However, if that elephant wants to go a certain direction, it's going to go in that direction no matter what the rider says. In the same way, Jonathan Haidt says, we are like the rider and the elephant, that our head uh, tries to steer the heart. But if the heart wants to go a certain way, the heart's going to go that way. And he says that humans oftentimes feel ourselves, we go with the heart, into certain beliefs, and then our logic comes afterwards. We say to ourselves, well, I reasoned myself to this position, when in reality, Haidt argues, we felt ourselves there. And so when we are encountering a loved one who's yelling and screaming about something that they saw on the internet, maybe something like lizard people are running the government, the first thing to do is not to give them facts and data. I don't know if you've ever tried this, but it seems to never work. Instead of giving facts and data, what we can do is connect heart to heart, asking questions like, would you tell me why this matters to you? Or how does this impact you and the people that you love? And then in that dialogue, see if we can connect on shared values and then build a conversation from there. Now, I don't know if you've encountered the lizard people running the government thing, but perhaps you've got something else, another topic or issue that you're hearing loved ones yell and scream about. Post it in the comments below or send me a DM, and I'd love to talk through with you how it is that we could encounter or engage those in our lives.